All right, I'm on hole number 4, the 2019 Christmas tournament. I'm only 12 viewers short of 400, so if you're watching and you're not a subscriber, please hit subscribe. Okay, so some options here. If you can get down into this area, you are in short iron range, and you've got a nice shot here. You can, and I will tell you with my lower level account, I came out in the practice round and I hit out here with a QB level 7. Has 3 topspin, 3.5 topspin. It doesn't get very far out there. I bought a 3 Powerball. I started off with just a Marlin and just laid it up. And I was like out in this area. Didn't get a lot of distance, didn't matter. And super easy shot to get on. 0 risk. You can hit that quarterback 2 rings great to the left or the right and still end up in the center of the fairway. You start hitting good, you might have a problem. Super easy. Guaranteed. Guaranteed to get here, get on the green at a minimum, get your birdie, and move on. So I tried that during the practice round, and it all worked out great. And it is the shot to take. It's almost risk. I can't say foolproof, but it is the shot if you want to play here and make sure that you absolutely, at a minimum, get a birdie. Because if you got lower developed stuff and you end up in the rough out here, you can't get on. And so the key with lower developed clubs is never end up in the fairway. Always play, or excuse me, that never end up in the fairway. Never end up in the rough or the sand. Always play from the fairway. But with upper developed stuff, I'm 100% confident that if I end up out here in the sand, I'm good to go. But what I really want to do is get up into this area. And what I'm seeing a lot of people do is they're setting up in this, and their ball guide is going, so we can scroll back a little bit. Their ball guide, when they take this shot, is coming like this. And so what they're trying to do is they're trying to get here and give themselves enough room so they don't clip over here, but they can also weave their ball through this little gap so the ball's coming through like this and just barely getting through. Instead of doing that, what I want to do is move to the left so that my ball's set up out here and put curl on it so that I'm curling and I'm actually opening up this fairway so that I have the entire width of the fairway to deal with, and the ball's traveling down the middle of the fairway instead of going from an edge to another edge. And I haven't played this enough to know what the deal is on it, but that's the shot that I'm going to try. And I'm going to bring I'm going to bring a 5 power ball because I'm trying to do this shot without having to do any overpower whatsoever. Now, I have in this account an Extra Mile level 9, and it's not my fault. Playdemic made the thing with the club card trading, and I had 1,100, 1,200 extra cards for my Extra Mile, and I was able to upgrade it. If you have an Apocalypse, level 3, level 4, probably just at level 3, I think, with the extra topspin that you get, it's got a little teeny bit less distance, but it has a whole lot more topspin than a level 8 Extra Mile. So if you've got an Apocalypse, level 3, this is probably a hole that you could pop out that Apocalypse and get a very similar result to what you'd get with an Extra Mile level 9. You can do it with an Extra Mile level 8. It's all about the topspin from your landing spot here. So your landing spot is out here, and when you put that topspin on it, you want the first bounce to be here, and you want the second bounce to be over here. So with my Extra Mile level 6 and my low level account, I barely have enough room, so I have to creep up against this edge. And the edge over here looks like this. So this fairway looks like this. It comes like this, and then it rolls off real quick, and the fairway ends here, and the rough starts. So if you set your ball up down here on this flat, what happens is that as you're coming down, it carries farther to there, and it's very easy for it to overshoot and actually end up hitting the rough. And that's exactly what happened in my low level account. I ended up down in here, and you can't get on. So you want to hit up here on the flat if you can. And I'm seeing a lot of people where they're having to push their shot forward and they're getting into this area, and it's going to carry. 2 things are going to happen. Number 1, it's going to carry farther. And number 2, when you hit this flat area, instead of it taking a bounce up, it's going to take a bounce out. And you could very easily clip over here. As long as you end up in the fairway over here, you're good to go. But if you can get up down here in the bottom, that's the ideal. So once again, I'm practicing in the Wednesday qualifying round because it's Christmas week. I've been gone. Yeah, we just got home and I started playing. So I'm going to take a present ball. That's what I bought them for. Let's open up that pin chest. Get the ball rolling, rolling, rolling. Yeah, that club card trading. I know the people at the top, I still stand by the deal of, from a player's perspective, the club card trading is awesome. But if you were new to the game or you've been grinding trying to get up to tour 10, 11, and 12 so that you can go for, as soon as you get to tour 11, especially when you get to tour 12, you're going to be playing against a lot of people that have 100% maxed out clubs and they're all 100% accurate. And they have max distance, max accuracy, max everything. And so you're going to get your lunch ate if you're trying to get up and trying to be a Masters level player and you're new. Now this over here is a pure layup shot, and why wouldn't you bring a club that has much better accuracy, much more ball guide, and bring a QB or a rock? Because hitting a great to the right with an extra mile could be the end. Whereas you hit a 2-ring great to the right with a QB and you're still in the fairway. All right, we got plenty of distance here. The deal is I think I could probably overshoot. So I'm going to pull to the left a little. I'm going to take the wind out. There's 2-1. It's about 1 3/4 rings. I'm going to put curl on it to bring it back to the fairway. Hitting it perfect. What I need to do there is I need to either pull out my Apocalypse level 3 because it's got more curl, or I need to bring a ball with more side spin. And I think the way to do that is to bring a ball with more side spin. That 1 side spin that's on that present ball is not enough. I'm going to need to bring a 3 side spin ball. And I do have some Power 5 balls that are 3 side spin, and the whole goal there is not have to do any overpower. And from where I was dribbling out there, I could put more of the top spin on. All right. I still got a shot at this. I feel very comfortable with my Spitfire. So first of all, let's see how close can we get to our rings. We can get way down here. So we're about on the same level, maybe even a little bit. It might be a little uphill. I'm going to put on just a little teeny bit of backspin. Why didn't I put it on there? Because that little bit of backspin on a Spitfire is a lot of backspin. Because this club hits so high in the air. Okay, so at this distance, I'm going to do just a ring. Hitting it perfect. See if I got my wind adjustment right. Pretty close. Pretty close. What was unlucky was I hit in the sand on the drive. That was what was unlucky. And that wasn't about the shot. That was about side spin. And I knew when I was setting it up, my goal there was to go farther to the left to open up the mouth so that I could put curl on it. But I didn't have enough curl or enough side spin. So I could probably bring a present ball and bring a Apocalypse and achieve the same result, only end up in the fairway. So I'm going to make some notes here on this hole. So on this one here, I'll change to a Kingmaker, and it's 1 for ring. And hole number 5, I'm going to switch this to a APOC. Max topspin. Max curl. I'm going to find the spot out there where I can set it up where I can do a max curl shot. What I don't like doing on those is I don't like doing mid curl or 3/4 curl. What I want to do is max curl. I can pull farther to the left and make that fairway so that I'm running straight down the middle. So I will work on that in the opening round. I'm going to practice that. I'm still practicing. I will continue to practice. The deal is I don't want to practice at the expense of my round. So the minimum goal is minus 12. So minus 12, minus 24, minus 24, that's the minimum goal. So I will continue to practice as long as I don't put my minimum score at risk all the way until the weekend round to continue to work on these holes. All right, that was hole number 4 of the 2019 Christmas tournament and Wednesday's qualifying round in the rookie division. Thanks for watching.